Hey, fashionistas, welcome back. You already know what is this period, right? The way I'm dressing, a bag, lunchbox, and everything. Yeah, it's that time of the year. Back to school. But I bet you don't know the consequences of back to school. Or I may say the relationship between back to school and fashion. Well, that's what we are here for. We're gonna talk about it in a minute. But first, I gotta eat. Mm. I'm not a candy girl, but these mm, Sour Patch. We'll talk. We'll talk. Hi everyone. Hi fashionistas. Welcome back to my channel. I am Chavini Nisi Satir, and I'm so glad to welcome you back to what I call my sanctuary. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, which is sustainability. Um, Sustainability is a subject that is very dear to me. I've started my sustainability journey back in 2020 during the COVID, and it all started with a documentary that I watched on YouTube called The True Cost. Um, it talked about the impact of the fast fashion in the environment, and I've learned so much through this documentary that I chose to start my fashion journey. My sustainability journey. Um, in doing that, I had to reduce my buying habits, not trashing all the outfits that I used to have before, keep using them, and if I don't if I don't want to wear them every day, I can still um, turn them into something else, or I can style them. Styling is everything. If you have the skill of styling, nobody's going to notice that you wore that pair of jeans yesterday or the day before, or you've been wearing it for the whole week or for the whole month. So having the skill of styling is a plus. So know how to style fashionably wise and classy wise as well. So today we're going to talk about sustainability, but it's based on the back to school. We already know that back to school is on the corner for certain states. Kids are already going to school at the beginning of August, but for other states, it's at the end of August or the beginning of September. In Haiti, back to school is usually um, September, in September. And when I was in Haiti, I went to a private school. I didn't go to a public school, I went to a private school, and I graduated from that school. And it was all about uniforms. It was a long gray skirt. The secondary, my junior year, sophomore, and all that, it was a long gray skirt and a white shirt with short sleeves. And you have to wear some kind of long or high socks, white socks, and beautiful shoes, black shoes. And that's it. And your bag, a lot of books. Those books, some of those books you don't even use them. They were so heavy on my bag, and obviously the lunchbox. or if you don't have it, your parents give you money to buy from the cafeteria. But I only I only wore um outfits outside of uniforms whenever we have activities at school, and that was it. But we were not allowed to show our legs like the way I see it in the United States. You are allowed to wear short skirts, show your legs, and all that. Nah, it was a private school directed by nuns. There was none of that. You gotta be respectful whenever you come during the weekend with an outfit. You gotta cover your chest. Um, if you're showing your arms, not the underarms, but just your arms and your people are not supposed to see in between your cheeks. They're not supposed to see your cheeks at all. So that's how I used to dress back in Haiti at that school. So going back to the main subject, we're going to talk about back to school and the impact of fashion, how retailers use back to school to push you buy more gadgets, accessories, clothes, and all that. And I'm also going to talk about the tips of how to be sustainable during the back to school. This is not only for the kids, but it's most likely for the parents because I work at a retail store and I saw how parents would spend their money. I used to be like this. My mom knew that she had to pay for um, the dressmaker to make my uniforms. But outside of that, if all the only thing that I would ask my mom to buy for me would be my bags, my lunch boxes, and accessories, everything. But here you have a bunch of outfits that you have to buy for your kids, accessories, a lot of stuff, and I see the amount of money that parents gotta spend. They don't even have the money. They gotta use their credit cards. This is too much, like too much. Okay, you already bought a bunch of outfits, a bunch of clothes back um, the year before. Your kids can handle them, like style them. Don't need to keep on spending money every year. We're already in a retention right now, so recession, everything. So no. So we're going to talk about this, and this is what the video is gonna be about. So let's get into it. Let's take a step back and think about what this annual ritual really means for us and our planet. The back to school season is more than just a return to classrooms. The back to school season is a massive commercial event. It's a time when retailers ramp up their marketing, pushing the latest trends and must have items. From clothes to electronics, the pressure to buy new stuff is immense. The annual back to school shopping spree is a massive consumer event. Retailers capitalize on the excitement and anticipation of returning to school by bombarding us with advertisement for the latest trends and must have items. This creates an illusion of necessity, convincing us that we need to replace perfectly good items with new ones. But have you ever wondered why we feel this overwhelming need to replace perfectly good items every year? The back to school frenzy is a prime example of overconsumption. We constantly bombard with messages telling us that we need new things to fit in, to look cool, or to succeed. This culture of disposable fashion, often referred to as fast fashion, has a devastating impact on our planet. Fast fashion, which churns out trendy clothing at breakneck speeds, is a major culprit. To meet the demands of constantly changing styles, the fashion industry consumes vast amounts of water, energy, and chemicals. The production process often involves harmful practices that pollute our air, water, and soil. Additionally, the sheer volume of clothing produced leads to a mountain of textile waste that ends up in landfills. Resource depletion. Producing new clothes requires vast amounts of water, energy, and chemicals. Pollution. The fashion industry is a major contribution to water pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. Waste. Tons of clothing end up in landfills every year, where they take centuries to decompose. It's time to rethink our back to school habits. By making conscious choices, we can reduce our impact on the environment and break the cycle of overconsumption. So, how can we enjoy the excitement of back to school without contributing to this problem? Let's talk about some practical steps. Declutter before you buy. Go through your closet and drawers. Maybe you already have everything you need. Repair and upcycle. Instead of tossing out worn out clothes, try repairing them and giving them a new look. Choose quality over quantity. Invest in well made pieces that will last longer. Buy secondhand. Thrift stores and consignment shops are treasure troves of affordable and unique items. Rent or borrow. Consider renting textbooks or sharing clothes with friends. Support sustainable brands. Look for brands that prioritize ethical production and eco friendly materials. Remember, back to school should be about learning and growth, not just buying new stuff. By making conscious choices, we can reduce our impact on the planet and create a more sustainable future. That was it for this video. And before you go, I just have to admit that what I'm wearing right now, it was from Shein, which is known as a fast fashion brand. I used to buy from Shein like way, way back ago, like 4 years ago. And well, you don't really have money to the time you don't really have money to afford certain things, and I didn't know better. So now that I know better, I make sure that I practice minimalism. My next video is going to be about what is sustainability and what is minimalism, how we can practice it. It's a long journey, but as well it's a choice. And if you really care about your environment, if you really do care about other people who work every night, every day to make those cheap clothes. I'm calling them cheap because this is what fast fashion is. You make clothes very fast so people can get them fastly. And how can you make something that has quality that fast? So this is what our journey is going to be about. your journey with me. It's about learning the perks, how we can be more sustainable, how we can practice minimalism, and how to create a more sustainable world or more sustainable environment. It's not something that I can do by myself. It's a homework that we all should do if we really do care about our environment. So yes, what I'm wearing is from Shein, and what I do is, in order for this piece of fabric not to be more cheap than what it is, or its quality to decrease more than what it is, I don't wash my clothes very often. It is not recommended to wash your clothes very often. And when you do wash your clothes, don't wash it with hot water. Maybe you can wash it in between, but more likely wash it with cold water. And when you wash your clothes as well, you have to wash it inside out, so the imprints won't get old or fade away. Um, this is one of my tips for when you wash your clothes. And I'm not the type of person, if I already had um, some piece of clothes from a fast fashion, I'm just gonna trash it. It just doesn't make sense to me. It respectfully to the people who spent hours on making those clothes and get paid poorly, I'm not gonna trash it. I'm gonna use it wisely and keep wearing it. That's what I can do. So for those who already had um, clothes from fast fashion, just keep them. And we're going. If you do stay on my channel, or if you do your own research, you will know how to keep those clothes alive for a long time. So again, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Comment down below. I want to know how you do wash your clothes, and what do you think about what I just said on the back to school and the perks of it. And see you in the next video. Thank you for watching again.